Forbidden Meanings, Episode 1 Illuminati. They whisper about a secret cabal, a hidden hand pulling the strings of governments, churches, and corporations. They call it the Illuminati, the faceless architects of a new world order. But what if everything you've been told about this word is a lie? What if Illuminati didn't mean dark conspiracies, but light? What if it wasn't a name of fear but of freedom? The truth is simple yet forbidden. Illuminati meant the Enlightened. Seekers of wisdom, guardians of knowledge, students of light. And like all dangerous truths, it was twisted, demonized, and buried, until all that remained was shadow. Tonight we step inside the vault. We unlock the forbidden meaning of a word that changed history. Historical linguistic origin. The word Illuminati is not mysterious in its origin. It comes from the Latin illuminatus, meaning enlightened. To be illuminated was to have the light of knowledge burning within you, as if the darkness of ignorance had been dispelled. In the ancient world, illumination was not sinister. It was sacred. Mystics, philosophers, and seekers spoke of illumination as the highest goal, the moment of clarity where the human mind touched divine truth. Early Christians used the language of illumination to describe baptism, where water and spirit opened the eyes of the soul. Mystics of the Middle Ages wrote of being illuminated in prayer, visions of divine radiance that guided them closer to God. And by the 18th century, the Age of Enlightenment in Europe burned with a new passion: reason, liberty, knowledge, and science. The term Illuminati was not whispered with fear. It was claimed openly by intellectuals who dreamed of freeing humanity from superstition and tyranny. The Bavarian Illuminati, founded in 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, was one such group. Their goal was not world domination, it was liberation. They sought to challenge the dominance of monarchy and church, replacing blind obedience with rational thought. In their own words, they wanted to enlighten society. So how did a word born in light become chained to the darkness? How it got twisted, corrupted, the answer lies in power. When knowledge threatens authority, those in power will paint knowledge as dangerous. And that's exactly what happened to the Illuminati. The Bavarian order grew quickly, attracting intellectuals, politicians, and freethinkers. Their ideas spread: liberty, equality, the freedom of thought. To the monarchies and religious hierarchies of Europe, this was rebellion. To the rulers of the old order, these so-called enlightened ones were heretics. So the smear campaign began. The church declared them dangerous. Governments branded them subversive. Pamphlets circulated painting them as witches, devil worshippers, and plotters of global chaos. By 1785, the Bavarian Illuminati was outlawed. But the myth had already taken root. Enemies of enlightenment needed a story that would last, a story that would demonize forever the very word that meant to be enlightened. That myth never died. In the 19th century, conspiracy theories linked the Illuminati to revolutions, uprisings, and assassinations. In the 20th century, they became the faceless hand behind world wars, global banking, even pop culture. Hollywood turned them into villains, secret symbols, shadow governments, pentagrams behind every pop star's eye. The word was stolen, the meaning inverted, and the enlightened became the enemy. Modern meaning versus true meaning. Today, when you hear Illuminati, you don't think of wisdom. You don't think of enlightenment. You think of a secret cult, robed figures in candlelight, manipulating presidents and poisoning the masses. The modern meaning has become a weapon. It fuels paranoia. It keeps people chasing shadows while ignoring the truth, that words themselves can be shackles. But go back to the original meaning, and you see a different picture. Illuminati meant illumined ones, those who sought truth in a dark world. It wasn't about power over nations, it was about freedom of thought. Think about that inversion. Enlightenment turned into conspiracy. Knowledge turned into danger. Freedom turned into control. What happens to a culture when the very word for light becomes synonymous with darkness? What happens to a people when the pursuit of truth is painted as a threat? Language is not neutral. It shapes our reality. By corrupting the world was taught to fear knowledge itself, and in that fear, ignorance reigns. So the Illuminati, the Enlightened, were buried under centuries of lies. Their name became a curse, their light painted as shadow. But if the word for enlightenment could be twisted into terror, what else has been stolen from us? What if a word you use every day, a word that sounds holy and sweet, hides a story of blood? Next time, we unlock another forbidden meaning. A word whispered in churches and prayers, a word carved into blessings, but its true origin may shake you. Blessing. Before we close, I want to ask you this. If the word Illuminati, once meaning the enlightened, could be twisted into a symbol of fear, what other words in your vocabulary might be hiding their true power? Do you believe language is being used to free us or to control us? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your perspective. And if this episode opened your eyes, make sure you hit that like button so more people can discover the truth. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to this channel, because the next episode dives into a word you think you know, but its hidden origin may shock you. Blessing. Stay curious, stay awake, and never forget, words are weapons. If you don't control them, they'll control you.